Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. As promised, today we will be having our first tutorial on watercolor painting. So I will be showing you how I painted these watercolor landscapes. These are just some of my watercolor art pieces, which are MISTY inspired landscapes, as you can see. So for today's tutorial, we will be painting a similar one, but we will be using a different color. So for this piece, I used these three colors. The first one is cobalt teal, cerulean blue, and then this is marine blue. So for today, I want to use magenta, and we'll be adding black, just a little bit of black as we go darker with our color. But it's really up to you if you want to use red or blue or green, because the techniques are actually the same. Okay, by the way, no pressure painting. Just enjoy the process. Don't think too much about the sketch or whatever look you want to achieve for your painting. Okay, let's begin. These are the materials I'll be using for today's painting session. So our paper is from Canson. It is 300 GSM, cold pressed and acid free. This is the same paper that I used for this piece. I'll also be using this palette, this tissue, 2 jars of clean water, and for my paintbrush, I'll be using these 2 brushes from Scrivo. One size is 12, which I'll be using for the background, and one size is 6, which I'll be using for the smaller details. So for our watercolor, I'll be using this watercolor set from Tokyo Finds. It is a set of 18 colors, and it came with this cute little box which looks like a bento box. Isn't it cute? By the way, you may just use any watercolor set that you have there. This time, I'm preparing the background of our painting by using the wet on wet technique. So I'm brushing a fair amount of water on the paper. Just make sure you don't put too much. I know this is one of the most challenging parts of watercolor painting. It is water control, but don't worry, you'll get used to it in time. Now I'm mixing the lightest wash of magenta that I will be using on the background of our painting. So I'm checking if it is light enough. Okay, this color will do. So I'm putting the paint on the paper while the paper is still wet to get that soft gradient and soft look. Now I wiped off the excess paint from my brush and used the same brush to drag down the paint. The paper is still wet here, so we're making sure there are no hard edges. This time I'm re-wetting the lower part of the paper because it has already dried out. This is why paper matters in watercolor painting. It should be able to handle layers and layers of water and paint. So I'm using the same mixed color that we used a while ago to paint the bushes on the ground. This is just random. You may paint the bushes wherever you want it to. So just enjoy the process. No pressure here. I hope you're enjoying your painting. Actually, the bushes are where I will also place the trees later on. Here I already painted some trees in the background using the same light wash of magenta. Now I'm preparing the paint for the second layer of trees. So we need to make this color a little bit darker. Okay, that color will do, but this time we will mix just a little bit of black. Now I'm using the darker color that we mixed to paint the second layer of trees. Actually, this is a great way to exercise and to just get used to your paintbrush or get used to your brush strokes. Now I wiped off the excess paint from my paintbrush and I blurred out the lower part of the tree to make it look misty. So just take your time, add some few branches, painting watercolor landscapes is one of my go-to paintings whenever I feel so stressed about all the work I do in a day and I don't want to think too much about what to paint or how to paint it. I just want something that is relaxing and meditative, and so I paint misty landscapes. It just gives me a relaxing vibe. How about you? What's your go-to painting? Feel free to let me know in the comment section of this video. By the way, if you have not subscribed yet to my channel, please subscribe and click the notification bell to get notified on my new uploads every week. Yes, I'll be uploading new tutorials every week. So I'm so excited to share to you my painting processes. I hope to see you on my next videos. Now I'm painting the third and the last tree in this layer. I hope you're already getting the idea how I painted the misty forest that I showed you in the first part of this video. It's up to you if you want to add more trees. When blurring out the lower part of the tree, just make sure you wipe off the excess paint from your paintbrush using a towel or a tissue. So I'm already painting some leaves and I'm still using the darker color that we mixed a while ago for the second layer of trees. At this point, while waiting for this layer to dry, I am mixing another darker color. I'm making it more concentrated. I just put more magenta and a little bit of black again. So here we will do the same process we did in the second layer of trees, but this time we are using this more concentrated paint that we mixed. Here I switched to size number 6 paintbrush because it's easier to work on the details, especially on the thinner branches. Now adding some leaves again using the more concentrated color that we mixed a while ago. This is to create depth and contrast to our painting. So let's make this part of the tree darker to match the leaves. What I love most about watercolor painting is that it's helping me to stretch out my patience even more, because I have to wait for layers to dry up before painting another layer over it. And I don't have any heating tool with me, so I have to air dry my paintings. It's good if you have your blow dryer or if you have a heating tool with you, so you don't have to wait for minutes for the layers to dry. And yes, we're almost done with our painting for today. So I'm just adding the last layer of the trees where I used a more concentrated paint. So I just added more magenta and black. So it looks like this. Now this is the final look for our watercolor landscape painting today. I hope you enjoy the process, and thank you so much guys for watching this video. I hope to see you in our next tutorial. See you guys next week. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share. Bye!